Good evening from down under, everyone. My name is Romance Blitz, and we're going to continue our Let's Play of Super Robot Wars Y cross playthrough. This should be part 86 in the series, and we are going to be doing the DLC. I kind of debated on the order I was going to do it. However, I think what I'll do is I'm going to do the night that it all started, and then Light, Darkness, and Life. And then after we do those two, I believe more should unlock. The reason why I'm doing DLC 1 and then DLC 2 is because I think the additional maps from DLC 1 have like a two-parter, and I want to keep that in one episode, so I think that's the best way to go about it. So I've got all the parts sorted, so we'll get started. So don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you've been enjoying the series so far. Otherwise, let's begin. Alright, so in the mess hall. Did you find anything, Philip? I added Alf Court Campbell to the search, but that didn't narrow it down much. So the name's not enough, we still need more terms. Do you have any other ideas, Miss Leah? Let me think. What about cat? Cute word to throw in there. What do you think that might help? Don't you remember that incident when we found out his name? Hey, yeah, that might narrow it down a bit. Bingo. Wait, really? Adding the term cat has significantly narrowed down the results. Nice thinking, Leia. That puts the Onyx Commission way ahead of the game. So, what did you find out? It's still difficult to pinpoint Alf Count Campbell's location, but it has turned up one pertinent fact. For whatever reason, the data related to him is all recent. What does that mean? It suggests that Alf Count doesn't have a past. You might say he simply sprang into existence in this world at some point in time. Hold up, partner, that would mean... With what we know about the golems, it raises the possibility he came to our world from another one. From another world. Looks like Leia's having a hard time digesting that one. We may want to downplay the danger he presents, as to not give her too big of a shock. Maybe, but Leia did ask us to tell her whatever we knew about Alf Court. I may have an idea about that. Actually, can you hold off on giving her the whole story? Alright, I guess you know best. He's a visitor from a parallel world. Not that crazy, is it? The Avon's got plenty of other worlders kicking around. And now a new question arises. What is his purpose in this world? That we still don't know. We'll have to get the answer directly from him. If he's from another world, he may have made contact with Shadow Futo. We can't say that for certain. These dimensional distortions are occurring around the world. No data from his past. There's also a point in common with Paradigm City. Shotaro, I need to ask you something. Yeah, what? I don't have any memories of my past, but I'm sure I'm connected to Shadow Futo, a parallel world. But not only do I not know anything about Shadow Futo, I barely know anything about Futo and all of you either. I want you to tell me everything, where the Gaia memories came from and how Double started fighting. It might help me understand my own past. I have to admit I'm scared, but I don't want to run away from the truth. Takome. Okay, Takome, you got some time? I do. Good, then let's go somewhere else to talk. Thanks for waiting, Shotaro. Sorry to bring you all the way out here for this. It's fine, you don't want anyone else to hear the story, do you? Whoops, you got me. I didn't know whether to be impressed or embarrassed. I'm your assistant, and I just remember you can stop anytime it's too painful. No, I want you to hear this, the story of my past. How much do you know about our old man? As much as everyone on the A-Event, I think. His name was Sakochi Narumi. He was the Narumi Detective Agency's original chief, but then, yeah, he's not with us anymore. I think it was back in grade school. Monsters just started working around Futo. Dopants? Yeah, the old man got into a fight on a request to protect a client from a dopant that was attacking some concert. That concert was the first time I ever saw what a man among men looked like. You've looked up to him almost your whole life then. I knock on the Narumi Detective Age's door and beg the old man to take me on as an apprentice. He gave me the cold shoulder for a while, but eventually he admitted I had some kind of potential at least. A PI needs patience. He thought I didn't have it, and he was waiting for me to develop some. And then you needed to, and you've been trying to prove yourself ever since. Yeah, but my patience was the thing that did him in. It was all because of the request we got, a request from hell beckoning us to that fateful night. The old man was asked to rescue someone called the Fated Child. Is that who I think it is? Sure is, it was Philip. He was held captive by this organization called the Museum and used as a living component for their evil schemes. They kept him in a facility on an isolated island where they had him producing Gaia memories. Philip was making them. The old man went and left me behind, but I snuck out and followed him, with a special package in tow. The building was crawling with guards. I should have known that. That's why the old man told me not to move from where I was. But there was a fork in the road of life, the moment where you have to make a decision. And what was yours? I moved, and I just happened to run across Philip. I broke my promise to the old man, thinking I could rescue him alone. That's how you first met Philip. I couldn't have been a worse first impression. I saw him making Gaia memories and called him a devil. The old man chewed me out after that, and we just about gotten Philip out. But right when we were safe... but when we thought we were safe, the old man was riddled with museum bullets. Oh no. With his last breath, the old man left me to carry on the job in his hat. I escaped the pursuers, staggering through my sorrow, regret, and despair. And that's when Philip saw the package I bought. The W driver. He said we should put it on. And that's how you first became Kamen Rider Double. Yeah, Philip and I used the W driver and became Double for the first time. It was all a blur after that. The next thing I knew, we made our escape. So you two have been working as PIs ever since to carry on his mission. Yeah. So now you get it, right? The old man, Sakoshi Narumi's murderer, was me. I practically pulled the trigger. You don't have to say any more, Shitaru. You don't have to talk about such painful memories. No, that's not what I mean. What I wanted to say is... Damn it, I can't think. It's so important that I tell you this. You don't have to. You said enough. I'm so sorry. I wanted to know about your past, and I made you live the worst day of your life. Huh? He wore himself out so much crying that he fell asleep. Honestly, what do we do with him? Philip. Allow me to fill in a few gaps. The museum, the organization creating Gaia memories, once used their power to hold a vice around Fudo. That all began to change when Shitaru picked up the Joker memory and transformed with me. We eventually toppled the museum in the battles that followed. One might say the worst circumstances birthed the ultimate warrior. So what Shitaru was trying to tell me was, do you know how the Joker card is the worst card in Old Maid, but an almighty world card in poker? I believe the Joker memory is drawn to people with such duality. It's likely what Shitaru meant for you to take away. You have a strong bond with the Joker memory, but you're trying to overcome your fear of it and face your own past. Shitaru. Takechi Narumi's death was a deep loss, but it's thanks to him that the empty doll I once was could develop a human heart, and also meet the partner of a lifetime. Philip. That day was, for both of us, simultaneously the most painful parting and the most miraculous meeting of our lives. That's why we chose not to call it a living nightmare, but rather, the night that it all started, begins night. Takumi. The Joker may have twisted your fate, but you should keep going, holding on to the hope that the cards are the face. It may sound awkward coming from me, but I'm sure that's what Shitaru wanted to say to you. I see. Thanks, Shitaru. You bared your soul to help me. There you are. I've been looking for you. Why is Shitaru taking a nap here? Wake him up. What is it, Tiru? Leah Cry has vanished. What? She left a message saying, don't look for me. Shitaru, now's not the time to sleep. Wake up. Right, well, what's Tirai doing here? Tirai. Doing here. Save it for later, Hidori. Do you know where Leah Cry is? I have a tracker on her just to be safe. I didn't think I'd actually have to use it. Really, Shitaru? You're tracking a girl? I had a feeling, okay? Besides, the client's safety is part of the PI's job. All that matters is that you know her location, right? I do, yeah. Then we have no time to lose, we need to move. So Camry, can you appraise the A event of the situation? No problem, all of you be careful. Alright, the night that it all started. Alright. Alright, so we're under attack by Dopants. I'm sure this will probably have something to do with kill count, but oh well. Alright, what are all these things? Cool. Alright, nice few levels there. Alright, now what's the odds that... Yeah, probably good odds actually. Alright. Gonna get a few kills without... gain, unfortunately. Alright, it was kill related. Alright. Whack. Uh-huh. About that. Who is this fine gentleman? The old man? Gasp. Shitaru. You do realize that you think someone was from a different dimension, right? You know.
さあ、お前の罪を数えろ。
Oh yeah, so we have a third common rider. I'm sure you will, but it may be. So... maybe...
さあ、お前の罪を数えろ。行くぜ、おやっさん。やれやれ、変わらんな。おら！合わせろ、翔太郎。とどめだ、二人とも。これで決める。ジョーカーマキシマムドライブ。くらえ。ジョーカーエクストリーム。相手が悪かったな。スカルとダブル。俺たちは最強だ。
Alright, so we get a team attack. Alright, so that's Alf Court. Okay, so we are getting more enemies. That's fine. Alright. Space boats, go. So yeah, so I've given Bright one of the prana converters. And so, unlike the lowest levels, I'm actually trying to increase the levels just a bit. So, it's going to take everyone who's 18 to try and expand the brackets just that bit more. See a skeleton? Wow, offensive. He's a skull, not a skeleton. Alright, so they're catching up just a little bit.
Sa, お前の罪を数えろ。
Alrighty. But he's a common rider. So like everything else he gets press. Drive, Soul, Intimidate, all the fancy stuff. Activate Seal at the side of his own face once per map. That has some nice little attacks. Alright, what's the range on these things? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So basically up to here. What about you? You have a map attack and 6. Okay. Easy enough. So we are going to prep by simply forming a line. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright. Yeah, so the whole thing is we're just forming the line. We're not going to do anything else this time. We're going to let them actually move and get closer. Alright. Alright. Gotta have a go at the ones in the water first. Alright, Captain Bright. Alright. First things first.
迷惑な輩はここで消えてもらう。いい的だ。威勢だけか。
Alrighty. Alright, 120 is decent enough. Got 120. Okay. Yeah, there's one thing I don't want to hear, and that is, you're supposed to be dead. Alright, so in the office, we've got a good city here, Representative Ichika. Thank you very much, Mr. Narumi. Old man is fine, I'm used to it. It feels right. Alright, I'll call you that with all due respect. So that's Sakuchi Narumi, the chief's father. Hey old man. Hey Shitaro, you look like a proper man now. About what you said when you helped us. You might find this hard to accept, but you need to know. I'm not this world's Sakuchi Narumi. So I suspected. So what does that mean? I'm from an alternate dimension, a timeline distinct from this one. An alternate dimension. I was following a dopant on my own when I was brought here. I'd just taken you in as my apprentice, Shitaro. I left you at the office. When I was fighting, I was enveloped in a dark light and found myself in this world. I traveled around for a bit and figured out this was my own time's future. But how did that happen? I've been hoping to figure that out by tracking the evil from another dimension. The what? The golems that keep attacking the A event, they're evil given material form. You think you're being transported here has something to do with the golems. A man named Alf Court is bringing them from another dimension to this one. Huh? And the moment I was warped here, I sensed the same energy those things gave off, an aura of sheer malice. So Alf Court must have sent you here somehow. I can't say that for certain. I know my investigations into the golems led me to what the hell? I think I've done my voice in a little bit. Alfcourt, the so-called preacher of evil. But only his name, I have no leads on where he's operating from. And I've never, for 1 second, expected my travels would make me cross paths with you two. I see, so what do you plan to do next, old man? And that's a good question. I think a hot cup of the A. Ardent's house blend would be a good start. Huh? It's a nice place, not just a cafe, the whole of EA Advent. You're all after those golems too. This would be a good place for me to hang my hat up for a while and keep going with my investigations. Looks like whatever you're doing, you're catching up to Alfcourt. Old man. Yeah, I like it here. If anything's threatening your city, I'll help however I can. How's that sound, Miss Representative? It sounds like a great help, old man. Sakuchi Narumi, sir. You're Ryu Teru. Terai. Teru? God, I hate that spelling. Shitaro told me about you. I don't have the right to say this to you, but take good care of my Kiko. Yes, sir. Have a way to meet my own future son-in-law. Of all the things this dimension had in store for me, this is the biggest surprise. Are you planning to meet the chief that is Akiko yourself? No, I don't think I can. I don't deserve to see my daughter, not even an alternate version of her. That's all I can say. Right. Excuse me. Hello, Mr. Negotiator. It's a day for a reunion, sir. Allow me to thank you again for your assistance in that lost cat case. Honestly, I should be thanking you for keeping me a secret. I simply recognize what you were doing, staying as far under the radar as possible to investigate our court unimpeded. But now we're working together, it's a pleasure. Still having troubles processing it all, Shitaru? This has been a long, crazy day. I feel the same way, but I can't imagine how much more overwhelming it's been for you. He may be from another time and dimension, but he's still the old man I remember. That's good enough for now. I agree completely. Hey partner, can I ask you a favor? What is it? Don't tell the old man how Begin's night ended, okay? If that's what you want. Thanks. Seeing the old man again after all these years just affirmed how cool he is. He's just like I remember him, the same man who taught me everything I know. Just watch me, old man. I'll be a real PI, a good enough PI for you, for all your standards. Hard-boiled hat. Alrighty. Oh, actually we have some talks. So maybe I only do the one mission and do the talks instead, because we're getting into the length of this episode. So maybe I do all DLC first. DLC 1 first, so. Alright, first things first though. Alright, all those are fine for now. I kind of just want to get them up slowly and surely to 120. And the best way to do that is actually just to bridge the gap between um,
お待ちしておりました。では、カスタマイズを始めましょう。
the levels and raise that average up again and again a bit more. So that's what we're gonna do. Plus 10 morale and 30 SP. Yeah. I could think of better items. Alright, so that's those ones. And then so that should be all the piranha converters sorted then. So going back to the top.
では、カスタマイズを始めましょう。
Alrighty. Yeah, I think we will call it there. So why don't we do the one mission for this episode? Oh, what am I doing? I've
これからの戦いのために
I've
万全の準備
left some
これ
stuff
から
out.
の戦いのために万全の準備を
Yeah, we'll do this one first. Totally forgot to do the talks. Alright, so it looks like Team Rabbits and the Carmen Boys. Oh, Isru. A one-liner. Literally sounds as if it is spoken in the truest sense of the word. One line. And it goes back to his Magna again. Isru, ouch. Chitaru, that wasn't a compliment. No, Chitaru, we will not. And then 5 eternities later. Oh god. I mean, yeah, you wish you got it right about anime, and technically it would have been a video game. Alright. Oh man. So he's got some sense of philosophy going for him about this, but yeah. Mr. Hardboiled. Alright, so before I forget as
で
well,
はカスタマイズを始めましょう。
yeah, that should be everything.
では
And then
カスタマイズを始めましょう。
it's a pretty nice custom bonus actually. That extra move and attack power. Alright. Throw on another save now, and I will catch you all in the next episode.